Guys, welcome back to another episode of UnMotivated. We have a new guest and an old guest and the same guest, aka my guy Jamal, hosted. Now, look, it's Deena, right?
Deena,
see what I'm saying? I be fucking this thing
that's
up.
okay. I do it all the time.
Look. I gotta come up. Nah, we don't need a nickname. I like people to know my just regular name. And go ahead and tell them your name. You said Nychelle?
Nychelle Elise.
Nychelle
Yes.
Elise. There we go. And you're an artist, correct?
Absolutely.
And it sounds like, I asked a few questions prior. Art meaning in every form of fashion.
Every form of fashion.
Rapping, tattoo,
Yeah.
painting,
Yeah.
anything I'm leaving out?
What you say? You said
Rapping, painting,
tattooing,
yeah.
acting.
Acting.
That's good.
Yeah,
We can
that's
leave it at
art
5.
at its finest. You know what's crazy is I remember the first time I saw something that Chris Brown had painted. I said, damn, this nigga can paint.
Can paint too.
You go.
I became a fan when I knew he could paint.
I've always been a fancier of art. Now, you guys know each other how?
Our kids, our friends, our kids, our friends. Yeah.
How do kids bring adults together? How does that work? I don't have any, so I wouldn't know.
That's a good question.
Just can we have a play date? And as good
Kids say that,
parents,
huh?
it's like you don't just drop your kid off. You
Ah.
meet the parents, and then we just hung out and talked like the whole time. And
we did.
yeah,
I was
that
actually supposed to just drop them
yeah,
off.
we were just kicking it, and it was cute. Like I found out she was artistic too, and into the same things as me. I was like, oh my gosh,
Okay.
not a lot of women are like that. So
No, mind you, that's why I'm asking. I'm like, yo, what's that business model? I'm from an environment where when you home, you just hit the streets. So ain't no like, yo, play dates. Just like, yo, where's he at? He outside playing. I've been all over town from the minute I got back from school. So I wasn't like, oh, can I go over to so and so's house? I knew how to get there. I just ride my bike. If it was like 5 miles, still going, still going. I don't even care where I was at.
We don't do that anymore.
no,
I see.
you can't go outside. I'm sitting right outside watching you play. I'm not.
Oh yeah, y'all like that? The police, huh?
Yes.
Even with y'all got boys too, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh wow. I don't even know if they knew where I was.
That's
I know
crazy.
that.
That's
Did your parents know where you was, Ma?
Nah, nigga, I was outside.
I'm trying to tell you. I'm like, yo.
I just knew to be home at a certain time.
And even then, we playing night games, so I just come like, yo, we finna go back outside.
Nigga Trevor on the block playing manhunt. What?
I'm trying to tell you, man. Jack Sparrow before it was a thing. Now, go ahead and tell me a little bit about yourself, man. Your goals. What did you do? Where they can find you as well in terms of like
Absolutely.
tattooing and things, and then we'll get into the business side.
All right. So yeah, I've just been an artist my whole life. I do own a tattoo shop / art gallery. I just moved my painting studio in there and my recording studio, so it's kind of just like a whole thing that I got going on. And I'm creating a platform for other artists to come in to do interviews and perform and stuff like that.
Now, is this like a Dallas suite type thing, or is it like an actual? Well, that's what
A Dallas Suite? What's that?
you know, like people get the suites to do cut hair and do hair stuff, or is it like an
I got
actual
my name
on the building?
on a building with my face on the building.
Oh snap!
My whole face is on. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just kidding, but yeah, my whole face is on there. But yeah, no, it's my lease, my building. I got an address and all that. With
Okay.
the,
And how much revenue do you have to do to make sure you can pay your bills?
boy, well, how much revenue?
Yeah,
Minimum?
minimum. I don't know anything about the tattoo industry or what that looks like, so I'm just trying to learn. Maybe
Well,
teach
I will
somebody else.
say. Well, I will say this: as a tattoo artist, our expenses, if you're a professional tattoo artist, it's very expensive.
And that's licensing all the legit
Yeah,
shit.
everything. Yeah, all that stuff is in the thousands for sure. Our machines are thousands of dollars. Everything's very expensive. So you just have to be good with your money. Honestly, it's just it could range from the type of artist you are. Like I like doing realism, so I have specific needles, specific machines, specific things that I need to do the work how I want it to come out.
And-
so it
and
is very expensive.
Educate them on what realism is from an art standpoint.
Okay. Realism is basically using references from real life, from photos. So photorealism is literally looking at something in real life and translating it, into whatever medium you're using.
So it's not like tracing though, right?
No. Well, tattooing, you do make a stencil, but the stencil, if you can't tattoo, that stencil don't mean nothing.
So I'm just so I'm clear. You know how
Yeah.
somebody get their cousin, they dead cousin on a
No.
t-shirt or something.
Okay.
They come to you and say, "Look, I need this joker here on my back or something."
Mm-hmm.
Do you take the smiling photo or do you interpret the photo and then make it yours?
No, I need you to give me exactly how you want it to look. I'm not about to change Pookie's face. I'm not doing none of that. I need to know exactly what he looked like. Like, you're not about to
Pookie.
stress me out.
So have you
no.
ever? No, I don't know how old you are, but who's here seen House Guest with Sinbad?
I've seen it. I was just really young.
Oh yeah, how old are you?
I'm immortal.
No.
I'm immortal.
Point is, there's a scene in there where the dude says, "This is not a Harley Davidson." So have you had any complaints about your work? Because I sat
Oh,
down
I
at
see what
this
you're saying.
restaurant last night, and I kid you not, it was 4 people in there, and they hadn't walked in 2 seconds. The guy comes up and says, "Hey, look, they're not happy about the menu. Fucking
The
leave."
menu.
What the fuck? Just
That's
get the hell out of here.
tough.
But it was the truth. Like he says, I'll be there in a second. But he was talking to me. And then somebody complained. I said, damn, it's 4 people in there and 2 of them mad about the menu and ordered one thing. So you can't even say you mad about the food. Wow. It's a real thing. So have you ever had to run into that where people are like, yo, we got to fix this? You go, well, no.
No. Also, I have never, from the first day of my tattoo career, I never did anything that I wasn't comfortable with from the first day.
So you
'Cause
learn
I-
to say no quick.
Yeah, because you're not about to embarrass me. If I don't know how to do it or it's not my, it's not my vibe, I'm not doing it. So no, the only time I will say this, I had this one guy come in and get a tribal piece. I never did one before, but I had never did one at that size, I'll say. And he didn't speak a lot of English, so when I gave him the aftercare, he didn't read it. He didn't know what I was talking about. So he went back to work, which he did construction in the sun.
Oh, shit.
And he
bad
came
already.
back and it was faded a bit. And so he's like, you need to fix it. I was like, okay, maybe it was me. Okay, I'll fix it. Fixed it. Then he went right back outside like the next morning. And I started to realize he was coming back because he kept going straight outside with a tank top on. So that was the one, and that was like 7 years ago. So
A long time ago.
long time ago. But it happens.
Huh, so what's the hardest part about being a tattoo artist?
Staying motivated to create things that you wouldn't necessarily want to create sometimes. Like, you know, some people have terrible ideas. And I'm just like, oh my God, okay.
Like the person got Drake tattooed on their forehead.
Like, that's crazy.
Damn, can you give us an example of
No.
a
No.
What's
I
like
mean-
you're saying there's bad tattoos, right? So it was like a bad idea.
Oh God, this lady was so nice. So hopefully she never sees this. But she wanted. Oh no, yeah. This isn't even the worst one. I'm just keeping it PG. She wanted a lion, cool, a lioness. I'm sorry, and I was like, I can do that. That's pretty with some flowers, cool. She's like, can we put Taylor Swift's logo in there
Oh, wow.
and her signature somewhere? I said, what? And then I told her no, obviously. And then she goes, do you think we could put a disco ball on the lion? I said, a disco ball?
What planet is
Where
she
we
from?
Yo,
Somewhere else.
relax. A disco ball is crazy. She just like, can you just like put it in there? I said, no.
Did she already have
Absolutely not.
tattoos before? This was her
She
first.
had tattoos.
Okay, I'm like, she's going left field.
She
Like
wanted
she
a
never got
disco
one before.
ball.
She just want the most random thing on
She
earth.
wanted everything that she ever wanted in life in one tattoo.
Oh damn! All right.
And then you got to
I
sit
didn't know
there and
you could
convince
say
them.
no to the customer.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's almost like when you get your hair done and you go in, you want something, you ain't got enough hair for it, or like you ain't got no edges for it. They're going to tell you no. And if they don't tell you no, they don't care about you. That's
Or maybe they care about that bottom line.
I don't care about the money isn't, it's a tool. So like, I'm not about to sit here and do something just for the money. I got to like it because I just spent 10 hours with you. I better enjoy these 10 hours.
Sheesh. What's the longest tattoo you've ever had to do then?
When I was younger, I used to tattoo from like 11 a.m. to like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. and be back at 11 a.m. So like, I used to do some crazy stuff.
That does sound crazy. I don't know if I could even touch somebody for 2 minutes,
Okay.
let alone no
2
11,
minutes
12.
is crazy.
Hey, look, it's a true story. Makes me uncomfortable. So if you don't mind, then
Okay. Lord. No, it is weird. It is weird. It can be weird.
if you don't mind, break down the tattoo business for us. You know, start to finish, and then why other people should potentially cut it on. Why people should potentially get in? Because again, I don't know the industry, but what I will tell you is this: back home, there's a dude named Haven the Groomer.
Okay.
and he's a barber, and so now that you know, the hair replacement thing's a thing, right? So you go from a $12 cut to a $50 cut, and you call Haven, it's gonna be $100 cut. You call After Hours, you know, I used to
double.
know the Clipper Queen in a sense. She hitting you over there for $200. So, and then there's a dude that I knew that I met in the barber space because of Takai, who was I Cut Pro, and so he started modifying, you know, the shaper things and selling those. Then I didn't know that they had these barber. You go, what world is
It's
this
a
going?
rabbit hole.
It just turned into something else, and all these people. Then you create your own products. So you say, how does a barber go from, you know, doing this to that, and even put itself in a salon versus, and then these fools turn around and start doing certificates so that women who was doing hair could cut, because you know a girl get a color. Hey, she never cut hair before. They start doing this barberology thing. I'm right there when all this is happening. They did barberology, turn around, taught all these people from Paul Mitchell. They went and marketed to them. They paid $40. They came, put 4 people on stage, white, black, Mexican, and whatnot, and said, now we'll show you guys how to optimize your time and get more money out of your door.
Yeah.
So, mind blown, right? Because I'm just there recording. I'm literally just a cameraman, but I'm watching all this stuff. I said, oh shit, this place is packed.
Right.
In Kansas City, they got Zocalo to do the whole catering thing, so it worked itself out. So I'm looking at a tattoo artist. I don't have any tattoos. You have tattoos? He got tattoos. He talking about getting his leg done.
Nice.
And I know, Ab, you don't got none either, do you? You got I'm about to say, I know your ass.
He said,
Oh my God,
on,
this
somebody.
nigga here.
Shout out.
This nigga here.
I ain't mad.
But if you could just, break down the business and why there's an opportunity there, please do maybe encourage somebody to consider it.
Honestly, when you're talking about the barber,
Yeah.
it's very similar.
Oh shit.
Very similar. And you make even more money. That's the only difference. You make more. The better you get at art and your creativity in general, you can charge more. So I had to teach myself to give myself a raise every so often.
And how often is that?
Every year.
Okay.
Maybe every 6 months, depending on. Because I will go and learn, and I'll sit with other artists, and I'll brush up on things. I used to be like an art teacher. Like, there's a lot of things that I've done that makes me comfortable enough to say, yeah, I want $2,000 for this. I want $1,500 for this. You know what I mean? And as you grow, you find out what you do want to do in this industry. You can just stay a tattoo artist, which is fine. You can definitely make 6 figures doing tattoos. You could be a shop owner and a tattooer. There's so many different things you can do. You can make your own products. But I will say, in the tattoo industry, products, everyone's making products. Everybody's shop has a product now. So it's oversaturated a bit. So you can sell it to your clientele. And that's kind of sort of where it starts and stops. The supply industry is very on lock in the tattoo industry. So like everybody owns it's hard to explain. You know what I mean? Like one guy owns 3 products that everybody uses. But those products are still somehow competing with each other. Procter
& Gamble's prime example. They own everything.
Yeah, it's like
Johnson
that.
Johnson is like, oh, I didn't know they had. It's the same thing, repurposed, repackaged.
Exactly. So that's kind of what you're up against as far as products and stuff. But you definitely can maximize off of teaching, creating a curriculum. That's a big one, actually. Like you said, teaching people. What? That's
Coach
a big
Angela,
one.
the woman that we had on, she has a nail. She calls them nail scientists, but she's like. She teaches people how to do nails, and in that she has SD programs, all this stuff, and she's got a degree in curriculum and curriculum development, all the things. So we had her on. It's kind of the same thing, and I mean, what we do is teach. I
What's her
literally
name?
get
What's her name?
Angela. Oh, damn, I don't know her last name. I just call her Coach Angela.
Coach Angela.
Yeah, but she's got a good, solid program downtown Garland that she's rocking. And I was there the first time before she owned her school. I was there when she went in and literally did nails for a woman inside of her house. She was traveling doing it. Then
Making money.
school. Then now 22 classes of students, and they get a bag. I mean, she
Pretty
does.
good.
She does.
Yeah, that's one of the goals too. I've taken apprentices, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
And I've got them to 6 figures a year, and it's very rewarding, I will say. I'm just not. How do I say this? A large class would be cool, but tattooing is a little more of an intimate thing. Like this is very dangerous, and you have to be very careful. There's bloodborne pathogens. There's a lot of other things. So I'm more interested in picking a few people and teaching you, and then you can just work for me. Call it a day. Give me my percentage. That's all.
Well, you could turn around too when you isolate in a sense and raise the value in terms of price, just because now it's exclusive.
And that's one thing about the tattoo industry is it should be exclusive. I don't think that everyone should be allowed to tattoo or able to tattoo. I just don't think that. I think it's something that you do have to. It takes time from a teacher's perspective to pour into somebody.
Oh yeah.
So I could do a blanketed course, but you're not gonna get the same. I guess the same information. It's not gonna register the same if I'm talking to 40 people versus 4.
Well, that's debatable because then you turn around. That's why I said, break down the business for us, even what you have to do in revenue. And mind, that's going to vary depending on location, people, no matter what happens. But if you were able to package the business side of it, because 9 out of 10 people don't know how to run start to finish, door to taking the trash out. And it's literally, you got to take the trash. So you say, what goes on? How much do you have to do? How many clients?
I see what you're saying.
What's the starting price? So maybe you can't tattoo everybody, but how many people have you met, started, or, went out on their own and didn't know how to communicate or even acquire a customer? Or in some cases, afraid to get on social media and be seen to leverage marketability and getting people to.
So that's the thing. I had to teach anyone that came to work for me. I had to teach them all that stuff. I definitely did. Lord. It's been a process, but I don't know. I see what you're saying, and I've been to seminars and things like that where there's a bunch of people there for tattooing and learning how to tattoo, and you do pick up on things, and you do learn, but it's considered an apprenticeship. Yeah. And I personally don't think, I don't think I should give an apprenticeship to 50 people. Yeah. It used to be kind of a sacred thing, tattooing. It's not the same as hair or nails necessarily. Yeah. It's a very intimate thing you're doing with someone. So for me, I'll go to the seminar. I'm going to learn some techniques and stuff like that. And you can maximize off of that, which is a thing. But those are people who already know. They already know the basics. They already went and did the art classes. They already learned how to shade, how to paint, how to draw, there's a whole thing you must do to be the best artist. You can't just pick up a pen and be like, well, I can't draw. I don't know color theory. I don't know how to do composition, but I'm a tat.
And what is color theory? Like, I don't know none
color
of this stuff.
Theory. Have you ever seen like a color wheel?
Oh, the spectrum thing?
Yeah. So knowing like secondary, complementary colors.
Oh, yeah, I know how to mix colors and
there
stuff
you
like
go.
that.
That's some people don't know none of that.
Yeah. No, okay.
Like the person who made this piece, they knew that pink and green complement each other. Then what is this?
Hey, look, we can't talk about this too much right
now.
I'm
sorry. Sorry. But you know what I mean.
What is this?
You know what I mean, though. It's like, the fundamentals. You have to start with those.
Okay, so what's one of the things you do to convince someone who's not convinced, but they're in your presence to get a tattoo?
Wait. I do not convince anyone.
There you go.
I don't.
But you know what I'm saying? People be on the fence like, oh, I want to get a tattoo.
Oh, I don't care.
They're trying to figure out, hey.
I don't care. Because I don't want to, because now not only am I convincing you to want to get something permanent, which is not that's not for me to do. Now I got to convince you to give me what I want for it. It's a lot. When anybody who comes to me, I think that's why I've never had any complaints. It's because they wanted to come to me and they'll do anything to get in my chair. And they'll do anything on my books, and they'll pay me whatever I want. That's what I want, and that's what I attract. So we is not doing that.
I heard that. So you guys both do art in 2 different forms, but clearly there's some connected tissue. She said she's acting, so I told her she should be in one of your sci-fi movies.
She should be. I already told her. Yeah, we're already
down.
whatever we got going on next. We're casting.
So,
There's a select few people that I contact in Dallas when I have things going on.
Yeah.
And I also don't. There's also beginners and professionals, so I have to be able to place them where there's projects all the time, but some might not be for professionals. They might be for beginners and so forth. So
be it you guys are in 2 different industries. What's the hardest part about being a woman in those industries?
being a woman.
Being a woman in general. It's being definitely like even working.
serious.
Taken seriously.
And don't be pretty.
Yeah, I gotta get ugly again. Like this, no way.
Man,
You actually have to downplay situations sometimes because you have I sometimes when I go into specific studios, I have to downgrade. So I'm just there for work. If we have a client meeting that's coming in and I know it's the CEO is a male, I have to come in like very strong. And it's not easy. I talk about it all the time.
When you say strong, like as in physical appearance or like
Whatever I like, for example, I actually refuse to go to certain meetings in dresses. I will wear a blazer.
okay.
Stuff like that. My hair, I have to, it just depending on the client, I'll wear it curly or straight.
Yeah.
If I know there's no female that's going to be in the room. Like there's a lot of there's a lot of layers
literally
to
last
it.
night I was in the
Jesus.
studio with some like really big producers.
Yeah.
And they told me who was going to be there, and then one girl was going to be there. I put on pants, boots, like combat boots, and a button up.
She was going
She
G.I. Jane.
ready to kick a nigga.
I was
That
cute,
it.
but I wasn't like. There were girls there that were dressed like they was about to go to the club.
Yeah.
And you see what I'm saying? And they got I was there because I'm a music artist, but still, you just don't want to they don't want to blur the lines and stuff like that. You want to be taken seriously.
And blur the lines. What are the lines? And this is how I look at it. You walk me through your business model, pretty or not. If it makes money, let's get some work done versus what I can get from you. I have no interest in your
That's
beauty.
You though. That's you though.
Yeah, that might just
You'd be
be
surprised
you.
how much
People lead.
She's
It
doing.
I
could
don't
be-
know if I want to even have this.
You watch the show.
Yeah.
You watch the show on
I know.
Netflix called Suits.
I want to. I haven't.
I'll
yet.
let her answer that.
I mean, I'll say it. I'll say it, but they will use whatever you have going that you actually care about as a way into, like,
So they use it as a weapon.
sure, you can call
Tool.
it a weapon, a
I'll
tool
say tool.
to get in my presence, and they don't like this one guy. He's a big actor, and no, it just really upset me because I literally posted about it on my close friends because I'm not messy, but now we here.
We here now.
Now he's an actor. And at first she was like, oh, you act too. Let's do something one day. Cool.
wow.
And I kind of deaded the conversation.
You know this coming next.
He was like, hey, I'm in Dallas. Okay, what's up, bro? Bro. He was like, what? I said, what's up, bro? Oh, I think we should go out to eat. What?
Uh-oh.
You just told me that you wanted to work with me. Now you want to go out to eat? I said, no, I don't know about that. And then he goes, okay, actually, how about we get super drunk and I come get a sleeve? And I said, excuse me?
a whole sleeve.
And he don't have one tattoo.
That's a setup.
It was a setup. He's like, no, I'm serious. I want to get a sleeve. Just tell me what I'm getting and I'm going to bring the liquor. That was so disrespectful. And I was like, blocked? I don't care who you are, blocked. Blocked.
Sheesh.
It happens all the time.
You know what? I learned this. So I'm very literal, and I do high end photography. And so when I was really doing photography, I was like, there were girls that would tell me because I guess these people that take pictures would leverage like, oh, you want the photo?
Oh my gosh.
Then I'm gonna need boom, boom, boom. And I'd be like, yo, I'm giving you the photo. Don't ever call me again unless you need some more work. So my homeboy Ronnie be like, yo, Trev, I think you're the only one who literally, if you like, yo, I need you to do for a video, you do the video, never talk to him again. I said, well, that was the point. I don't get like, what else? Why would I want to entertain?
Trying to get paid,
All the
bro.
time.
That's
All
it.
the time.
All the
I
time.
like my coins.
We should
bro.
make that into a song.
All the time.
Oh, you two niggas.
Absolutely.
Well, and mind you, I know everyone has their different issues. I mean, we're black men over here. We walk to a business room. They don't presume that we're intelligent or can carry a conversation, let alone know what the fuck is going on. So you have to overstep. So once I've walked in, though, I've walked in with the right people. And if I get in certain rooms now, you only get to be there if you're supposed to be there, to be clear. Now, Whitey done told me one time, he said, what's he doing here? And the guy went right in. Boom. I'm like, it's a good thing I didn't have to answer that. I'm going to cut him to pieces. In the nicest way. I love edifying people, especially ones that don't presume. I be in sweats looking crazy and something. I got to be honest. I walk in and be straight sweatpants and like, who was this nigga? So what would be your words of encouragement then for those women who are potentially trying to find their identity, or even more importantly, hone in on their skills, develop a business, and not be
Basically.
abused as they try to grow and do whatever they're doing because of the way of which they look, or maybe someone's I got more power. I don't know what's going on. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know how to play that game.
Well, I mean, honestly, depending on what it is that you want to do. So
Yeah.
I'm in entertainment, so it gets really sticky.
Messy.
I hate that I use that word. It gets weird. It does get weird. So
It's
you just
only
have to
weird
know.
though when you probably stand on what you stand on and they don't.
Right. It's weird. Yeah. And to me, it's just weird that you even went there in the first place. Come on. It's weird. It's just weird. So I will say to know what your values are and where they lie, where you want to go, and what you're willing to do. And it ain't got to be much that you're willing to do. You know what I mean, though? Like,
Yeah.
some women find themselves like, I really want to be an actor or a rapper or whatever it is. This is just coming from what I know. And they find themselves in some weird situations because of just wanting something so badly. They forget, their
They don't
values and what they're worth. And just, there's other ways to get it. So it does take longer. It takes a lot longer. But
I wouldn't say I don't know. I wouldn't say they forget. I would say they put aside their values
yikes.
just to
I was trying to be nice.
I know you are. but my thing is, in my opinion, you never ever have to settle. I think being very direct.
Yeah.
I remember like growing up, my brothers would be like, well, modeling is such and such and you're going to do. And even they said that about my daughter. And I was just like, she never has to do anything she doesn't want to do.
Right.
And I have to let her know that. Don't you ever feel like you have to do something you don't
wanna
want to do.
Yep.
So putting it aside and, is just pretending that it's not there is not okay.
It's OD crazy.
I'm very vocal.
Yeah. Well, don't be quiet over here now.
No, I'm very vocal. So if I'm in a situation, I will give you a couple times. Then I'm gonna call you out.
And then you got to hear my
couple
Yeah.
times.
Then I'll bring and I'll be
I
like,
think that's
hey.
still
Then I'll
being
bring
too
a
nice.
man around,
and they shut up.
and they shut the fuck up.
Yes.
Isn't that
every
crazy?
time.
And I think the last incident I had was, I had like a CEO of like a production company I really wanted to work with. I can't name names, but
Okay.
once they found out that we had a mutual friend, it was a male, they started
Be more
pulling back.
considerate of you, huh?
So
No,
weird.
pulling back, and then everything we talked about for 2-3 months just went down the drain. It was like, oh, so are
were
you
your motives?
seeing them? Like, how do you know them? Like that.
Oh.
You know what I mean? So it always, they come in with intentions. And sometimes because we're so focused on work, we don't know what their intentions are. And you have to read it in the beginning.
Because that's something I had to learn. I was like, am I tripping? What did you just say?
Yeah. Sometimes
Wait,
after
what?
a while you feel like, am I paranoid? Like I had to get
Yes.
advice. I'd be like, am I being irrational? Like,
And
is
you're
this in my
not.
head?
Nope.
And I would get advice from other people.
Yeah.
Just to make sure that you wasn't getting, they weren't trying to shake you down in a sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know how it
was
goes. I'm
offered
sorry.
this position as a lead acquisition, like investor relations.
Yeah.
And we were meeting nonstop, and I signed a contract and everything. And one day we were like scouting a venue, and I got him the venue like at a really, really good price. And we were leaving, and he got so excited that he leaned in and gave me a kiss on the cheek when I wasn't looking. And I was like,
Yuck.
I had to pretend it didn't happen.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
I had to keep my face.
Yeah.
I couldn't
You'd been an
smile.
angry
I
black
couldn't
woman,
get
huh?
upset. I couldn't do anything because that's technically my boss.
Oh,
And then
shit.
I left, and I sat in the car, and I was just like, did he just get excited, or was he testing me?
Oh, this a fucking devil and angel.
That's tough.
Good job. Thank you.
Whoa, man, I ain't see you kiss that dude last time. Make sure everybody get the same energy, my nigga. Yeah, you kiss one and kiss all 5 of us at the same
Yeah.
time. You're like, oh, then all the questions removed.
Okay.
Hey, hey, this is. You know, I got to be honest. You guys are stressing me out.
I'm stressed out now.
That is
Sorry,
stress.
I'm over here just.
It's stressing me out
Don't be
because it's
stressed
like
out.
it sounds like a lot going on.
Well,
all
we just trying
because
to be creative.
But I think this is in a lot of different space, like in like professional industries. It's not just the arts.
No, I know.
I think
know.
the arts is like, oh, you want to do this? Okay, well,
bend over.
There's no like.
Oh, damn, no.
No, there's,
No, I'm just saying.
Why are we getting so
that's
direct?
right. That was a lie.
Well,
I don't even
look.
know.
I'm sorry, Nychelle.
Have you not seen the stories? I mean, look, for what I hear, it's
No,
like
it can get crazy,
it's like,
yeah.
hey, well, send him up. He's like, oh, Sosa wants to meet you. You shut the door. You're like, oh, this don't feel right.
And then also knowing, you know, also knowing that there's support out there.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
like a really important
I
factor.
mean, like a AA group for
like
this type of
no,
thing.
like the Me Too movement. Like
Yeah.
when
Oh, the Me
people
Too movement.
become very vocal about situations, you feel like you can even talk about it some more. And it's just awareness and really being able to stand for stuff that you believe in.
You know what I appreciate though? I appreciate when like strong women like y'all come together and like y'all, y'all about y'all business, y'all standing on it, because that has to be a fucking like awkward
But
feeling.
hold on, but look. So and then, if you guys don't mind, do
So
identify
awkward.
strong. Like, what is? I never knew what that meant.
What you-
Just not passive. Not,
Are women naturally passive?
No, I think
I was
it
raised
just
with
depends
hellraisers.
on
They
how-
motherfuckers wouldn't shut up. So
I'm not. Well, a lot of the time, like sometimes we, as a woman, like you said, when he kissed you on the cheek, it's like, okay,
I had to hold
you know what I
my
mean?
ground. Like I had to not react.
It's
yeah, bigger picture.
It's
Gotta
like-
get this check
it's
first.
just, man, mentally strong. Being mentally strong is really hard, and that's something that I'm still working on. That's something my dad. I remember when I was working out when I was younger. I was like 19. I was like, I'm getting so strong mentally, physically, but I was like, you're not mentally all the way strong yet.
Yeah.
I said, huh? And then as I lived, I realized, and I went through things. I realized, okay, I wasn't. I had to go through all these different experiences to learn and to know, okay, I'm gonna stand on this. I'm gonna stand on this. This is a deal breaker. This is a boundary. Like I had to learn all these things, and then you have to actually implement it and stand on it and be firm. I feel like that's kind of the gist of being strong, I guess, in a sense.
And also just being very observant of other people and yourself. Like there's moments where I'm like, am I leading someone on to make them feel like they can?
Look, let me be very clear, people. If you're listening to this, when a woman wants your ass, normally they get
Like,
tired of my ass and just tell me, like, my man,
Okay.
I remember I said, look, I thought you was gay,
What?
and that's no disrespect. It was just like, I thought you liked girls. Oh, you think I'm just showing up every day to the gym, work out with your ass? I said, shit, I ain't never. It didn't cross my mind.
We was just getting the workout
I
in.
know,
man.
and I take the gym very seriously. So,
I
but
think people like. I mean, I said this the other day. Men sometimes I feel like can confuse kindness with
Flirty stuff.
flirting,
look.
or they pretend to.
Like if you're just
confuse
too
it.
Oh,
cool
so they
and
they
They're
plotters. That's
yeah,
what it is.
yeah.
I don't know how to plot. That's my thing.
okay.
You know, like
I hate it. I
the plotting
hate
thing.
it.
Yeah,
plotting
When
is
men
crazy.
approach me about business
and they just
and
trying
then
to
it's
get
something that, like I hate it. Like I get so
'Cause
mad.
then-
Like, dude, I don't want to talk to you anymore. Like, stop talking. Stop calling me. Stop texting me. I hate that. If you come at me in the beginning, the first conversation be like, hey, I would love to take you out. Something that's to me that's more respectful
Than trying to plot.
than trying to sneak in.
You're basically trying to. Okay, my brain just turned off. So
I want to invest in your future looking ass
persuade.
nigga.
Oh my gosh! Don't even.
Hey, you see what?
Flashback.
Hey, you see what Rick Ross said? He said, "Rick, why you never do that?" He said, "I be trying to fuck up something." He said, "Just spin the bag on her a little bit. I can't have no female artists." I said, "Rick is a fool, boy."
That's tough.
That nigga's crazy.
but he's honest.
He was
He's
honest.
honest.
You know, sit the back.
And so, like, to me, well, I grew up with 5 brothers. So my brothers, like,
They probably gave you the game.
no,
No.
they sheltered me.
yeah.
So when I got out in the wild, I wasn't
Wild,
ready.
Wild West.
That's backwards. They sheltered you, but
They sheltered
but they was
me.
out there running the game.
Right.
tough.
Oh,
But when
damn.
I got out there, at first I was naive and I was like, oh, everybody's so nice. And
No, they
blah,
not.
blah.
Yeah.
And then over time, I was just like, people are gross.
They're gross.
People are just really gross.
Low
Especially,
vibrational.
yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, male and female.
Ooh,
I still have issues reading women
It's
coming
kinda
at me though.
hard.
I'm not gonna
Golly.
lie.
You guys, these people-
they
oh,
they
nowadays they're like motivated now.
Not motivated.
Look. Well, you know, the Me Too work for everybody now, so it's like this. Well, Me Too, say something wrong. I'm gonna lick.
Okay.
Whoa. I'm saying that because on the other side of it, you know, I can only imagine what women deal with who are good looking when a dude's hyper motivated. Now, you know, black men can be very aggressive at times and super motivated when it comes to getting what they
It's
want.
all men. I wouldn't say black men.
So there's different levels of aggression. And,
There's-
and some are more vocal.
I'm trying to
White
think.
guys, he's gonna be more subtle a lot of times. He's like, hey, you know, it's his tone. Black dude, like, he grab it, you know. He like, I'm
Oh, we
lying.
gonna fight if you put your hand on
I'm
my
lying.
shoulder.
I'm lying.
You can't put your hand on my shoulder
No,
like that.
Can we? Hey, look, give us the census though. Real life, real life.
Go ahead, go
How many white guys grabbed your arm when you was going at the bar?
I think
Never.
white guys
That-
are a lot more touchy than black guys.
They're not
Not,
grabby.
yeah, they are.
They're grabby.
They'll
I'm not
they'll
saying I know by
finesse
experience. That sounded crazy.
Huh?
You know what?
Oh,
you
I
keep,
got like
you
it.
keep leading to the other
He is
direction.
so funny to me. So funny.
I'm drawing perspective.
Go ahead.
Because I want to paint the vivid picture of what you guys are experiencing. I've never
can't
done
say
these
it's
things.
Race. I wouldn't say
No,
it's
that's
race.
beautiful.
I think it's actually status. I think
There we
status.
go. How much money you got?
Yeah.
Broke niggas is the most motivated niggas on earth.
Man, look, I'm not gonna lie. I'd be surprised when these people, like guys, walk up to me and they ain't got no teeth, and I just be like, "Come on, man!
You know that nigga got the
Like,
bag.
how
You know he
you
got
gonna
the
try
bag.
to talk to me?"
This nigga snaggy.
I mean, pulled up
You
in the
see what I'm
got the
saying,
bag.
No,
But
I'm
you be
just
like, "Dang,
giving
you
an
thought you could come up to
example.
me?"
Like I get insulted. Like,
yeah, like damn, I'm not.
like is it?
together?
Is
That's
it?
what you hit him with
But
that
but
Mary
then I'd
J.
be
Blige.
like, I feel so bad for guys because they
Some are
they
delicious.
have to shoot their shot. Like if they don't try, they're not gonna ever get one.
Yeah.
That's
What's the
true.
lottery say? You can't win if you don't play.
that's
So he like, look, I'm gonna play myself 7 times a night. Maybe that 8th time,
That's gonna be
that
the
other, I'm
one.
gonna find me a snaggle tooth chick, and it's gonna be like, me too.
Yeah.
Not me too.
But I would definitely
Not
say
the
it's
snaggles,
status.
but
I think status and placement, like position of power, really will, especially how they talk to women. Okay, I can't speak for all women. I'm saying in general.
it's a
No, you're
double
right.
How they speak to
it's
me.
a double edged though, because some women just be bossed up, and I seen some bossed up women try to crush a nigga before. Like nigga, like
no, they be real aggressive.
Hey,
Bro, like,
look,
you-
they got that
like,
dog in them. So when she
like-
saying
like-
status, I'm telling you right now, I know
That
from
dog
that one, you like
yeah,
this.
bro, like
No,
Tell him,
but
bring
there
his ass
are
over. He be like,
also
what?
men.
Okay.
There are also men, and we have to acknowledge that
Yeah.
are also have good status that are also very respectful.
yeah.
Like
yeah.
there
Shout
are
out to
still
them.
there's also still that side of the word. I don't want to sit here and just
No,
bash men.
No.
it's definitely
This is
both
perspective.
sides.
That's all we're doing is painting a picture.
Y'all watch the show Billions?
yeah.
You see one of the first episodes where he's getting like dominated by that strong lady.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
What's it
That-
called?
Billions,
But see, that's the thing. Like, I feel like
gonna
we
check it
also have to play that role. So we become guarded. And then when we become guarded, we play that role of
Big dog.
dominance.
That's just-
Of like,
that's just
well,
mind-blowing to me.
but then it goes into the conversation of also the type of man you're going to attract to. Like when you're so
Yeah.
dominant, what kind of man are you going to attract?
Lord, this is
Yeah.
getting so stressful. I think we just need to go to the arranged marriage model that we was talking about on the other one. That makes the most
Really?
sense. I'm fucking with you. I ain't never get married, so it's none of my business. This is so interesting to me because they know I'm not good with relationships.
Wait, what?
He doesn't believe in love.
None of that
say
stuff.
less.
And
That's
and
okay.
so friendships either, mind you. This is
Okay,
a
wait
double-edged sword.
Wait, what?
Friendships, but
So are
you
you just
have great
lonely?
friendships in
Ah,
this room.
No,
Look.
he has companions. No, oh, I don't even know what to call it.
You're
So-
saying he's not your friend,
I'm
and
saying-
he's not your friend.
Look,
Yeah, call him out.
I'm learning.
He's
No, this
learning,
is
he's
good.
learning, he's
I
learning.
tell him, look, these niggas know I'm mad vocal. This shit be stressing me out having people around me all the time.
The thing is, we're all learning. We're all learning.
But you look, I've been isolated for almost 30 plus years.
I'm trying to figure out where he was isolated
So,
at.
so
You
what,
go to
like,
jail?
where were you?
Were
Maul
in
will
jail?
shoot you. Hell no. So
well,
Maul will
where
shoot
were
a
you?
message. Ah, damn it. Oh, man. Guys, so this is going to be nuts. Listen, we're going to pick up where I think we left off and close this one out. But they've done great. Ab, how long ago was the beep?
Damn.
damn. I didn't hear the beep.
I didn't hear a beep either.
Yeah. I didn't hear it beep. But at anywho, guys, this.
But we have the
Bruh.
camera. You have the camera, right?
Well, yeah. So her clips. This the more importantly, I want to make sure that we get you some good clips from this podcast. So the beauty about it is this thing, the battery have to die for it to stop.
Okay, period.
That's
Oh,
the
that's
kind-
an A7C. I have an A7 III.
So
That's a good
I
camera.
say, I really wanted you to share some info on the show.
Yeah.
About
What do
Black
we need to
ink.
know
And how'd you
about
get
you
into
and how'd
it
you
and
got
all-
into
yeah.
the Black ink? And is it all black people? Is that why they call it Black ink?
It's predominantly black.
I mean, I don't know.
I mean, I don't really know why it's called Black Ink, but it's predominantly black people. There are, there's others on the show.
Others.
It's diverse.
It's diverse. Sorry. So how did I get into it?
Yeah. How'd
Just
you-
being me, really. Just having a presence on social media as a black female tattoo artist that was actually good. That was a big angle for them. They could get a female on the show that tattoos, but they were drawn to me specifically because I was actually good at it.
You know,
That
you
was
have
a big thing.
a whimsical voice. It's kind of like this font I use called like a Children of Where. It's like a child almost talking. So it's
I'm
like,
trying to put
very
bass in my voice
soothing.
right
what?
Why?
Huh?
Because-
see, mine is very
I-
deep.
now. I like that. That's the voice
I don't
people
like
listen to.
that.
People
That's
listen
not
to that
true.
type
I
of
don't,
voice.
That's not
I, don't,
my
I, think,
kid.
I think you either lean
Really?
into it, but I could see why they could be like, I'm very confused. How old is she?
I know.
You can
No,
hear
it's
like
so pretty that her voice is soothing. I
Yeah.
can listen to her
Thank
talk.
you.
it's
all
it's
day.
it's confusing. It is what it is. It's confusing, but it's not a bad thing. You're like, this is some good confusion. I'm very confused.
I'm so confused right
Look,
now.
now you're confused.
No, you're confused.
This is confusing.
I'm sorry. Okay.
You know what that means?
Don't.
No,
got
that
on the
means she's
show.
heard it before.
No, I've heard that for my whole life.
Yeah, she's heard it before. And mind you,
Yeah.
it's two things going to take place. She wants to take her thing, TV and everything. They're going to have to find specific places to put her.
Yeah.
Like Vin Diesel going as deep as he goes. Hey guys, you be like, damn, Vin Diesel got a high pitched voice. The fuck is going on here?
Yeah, no, I do get casted for like specific. It's already a thing for me.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
I could see it. So you can't
Yeah.
marginalize it, but then you go, well, this is what we got.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, it works. It works. But as she said, walk us through getting on that show. I mean, clearly you was being yourself.
Yeah.
How important do you think it is to be unique and stand out, especially since social media is a very saturated place with,
It's terrible.
oh God, so much going on.
Well,
overstimulating.
child, Lord.
Oh, man.
I had actually, I was interviewed to do Black Ink when I was much younger. So my son was like maybe a year and a half old, and that's when it was a little more rah, a little more spicy on there, I would say. And I was a little nervous about it, so I didn't really go through with it. I was nervous. I was like, I don't want to fight anybody.
Are they fighting on there?
They do fight on, not anymore, but
damn.
in the it was it was entertainment, and they were rated very highly on
See?
TV. And I was just a little nervous about that.
That's
it just
fair.
wasn't. I was very young, and I wasn't ready. So now that I'm older, and the just the way they present the show is different.
Yeah.
I said, you know what? I'll talk to y'all. Let's do it. And they told me, we really like your art, everything like that. If you ever did watch it,
Yeah,
you
I'm
might
not
see
going to,
different.
but it's like,
no,
it's good
like
that you're
I
on
don't
there.
watch TV either, so I'm like, if you
No,
ever saw
I
it,
watch a lot of stuff, but it's hard. I just watch the stuff. I just watch all Martin seasons again.
see, I watch the same thing. I would watch Insecure every day.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
He came in when I was finishing the
Yeah.
episode. I didn't probably rewatch
I
that about
will-
4 times.
Exactly. I watch it without having to even look at the.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really my thing. I don't watch things that are new. It's just me.
I can't do that.
I have.
good.
It's
I
comforting.
cannot. If I saw it, I'm not turning it back on.
Are you serious?
I can't do it.
It's but
Girlfriends. I know
Even
every
if my
episode.
Oh,
kids
shit.
rewatch a movie.
And the
William.
Office.
That's
Okay, I
William
don't
was
even
the
remember.
William is
girl.
fire.
William made that whole series just so we're clear.
Yes, he did.
William's the man. Like you're not understanding that. And you know when you get old, if you're an old joker, you in your
old
30s, and almost 40, you say, "Look, Joan's crazy." And
Joan is terrible.
She's neurotic. You go, wow. But that's how some women be in their head. Like she was driving herself crazy, and the guys, none of them never knew what was going on.
Yeah.
You go, damn, 5 seasons, and Joan just losing her damn mind the whole time.
Every
This is
single
not
time.
healthy. Isn't it? But
Joan
it's,
and Tony, I was like, oh,
Tony wild,
wow,
too.
y'all are.
yeah, so I've
terrible
watched
friends.
Girlfriends probably 4 or 5 times. You just
Yeah,
put that
say
junk on.
less.
This is hilarious.
It's still funny.
Jamie
I
Foxx show.
Oh,
Okay,
Wait.
that I will rewatch.
Oh, you'll watch. Oh, my
That
bad.
I will rewatch.
I forgot. I
will
forgot who we
watch Jamie
talking to
every
here.
day.
Jamie Foxx, yeah.
I forgot. So what did getting on TV do for you? Did it do anything for your career or create more
I'll say
opportunities?
this. I actually did Ink Master back in 2019.
Is that another show?
Yeah, that's a really big tattoo show.
Okay.
That one.
Okay. I mean,
No, you're fine. That one. What is happening?
No, it's
that one. I started making my 6 figures. That's where that took me to where I am now.
and it's because of the notoriety
Yes, that shows.
and you making sure your skill matched it.
Yeah. Yeah. And there was a lot of controversy around it. You could Google it. There's a lot of weird stuff that happened because of this.
Being black.
Yes, and
That's, I mean,
lot.
people, it's a true thing. I mean, I
Yeah.
can tell you right now, if me, Maul, and Ab walk into the room, we got 7'1", we got an honest 6 foot, and we got 6'3". None of us are small people.
Yeah.
We make everyone in there uncomfortable. If it's they're nervous, and none of us look threatening.
No,
That's the crazy part.
I don't know.
you look pleasant.
That's my point.
Yeah.
So you go, and then mind you, they're at ease once we open our mouth.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Once you started talking, I was like, oh, he's cool.
See what I'm saying? She's black and just did it to me.
Don't do that. I just didn't know you.
I'm giving you a hard time. No, but it's fair. It's fair.
Yeah.
Objectively, we were bred to be domineering.
Yeah.
That's the truth. If you want to get down to
That's
the
the
real
energy.
truth, it's like we're supposed
But
to be
we like
domineering.
domineering.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
aware.
like- that's the
I'm
vibe.
aware. I'm aware. Believe me. Ain't like when there's a grizzly bear in the
I
house.
need you to be able to tell me shut the hell up.
And I was shut the hell up.
I'm like, shit.
Say less.
But point is so you got into some controversy with
Yeah.
with this Ink Master,
Yeah.
and then but it led to
Yeah, I made a lot of money from Ink Master. Shout out. I guess I could. I don't know. Whatever. But y'all know who you are. I made a lot of money from that show. So
and what
when
was
I
the
went
challenge if you don't mind with you being African American on? Well, you the only
The-
one?
I was the only black girl.
Oh shit!
Yeah, they typically cast one black girl per season,
Oh.
and they just do her any type of way.
So let me say this to people, and I tell people this all the time. I don't know how big people are. Where this goes is gonna go. I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna go. But when you look at corporate America,
Yeah.
most people want to work with their people. The irony is, black people don't like working with black people, and white people hate they got to put up with us.
Yeah.
So when you look at the corporate board, it's normally 12 white people. That's the truth. I said, and I tell somebody, so I'm gonna do all this. I said, my man, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, my man. When we make each other uncomfortable, but they get more comfortable, and I've watched it. Right,
Yeah.
I've been in these rooms where
Yeah.
new person walk in, say, hey, what's going on? How are you doing? What are you doing? Who are you here with? If a nigga walk in the room with a bunch of niggas, everybody mean-munging that nigga. You go, damn. Why he don't get the same level of just being embraced?
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, I've been in all kinds of rooms. It could be the black church. And they're like, who is this nigga in my church?
That's tough.
You be like, damn, even at the church, we get the side eye?
That's tough.
But it happens, right?
That's tough.
So I can only imagine what you were dealing with being the only black girl, especially if they get treated like true trash.
How many females are on there?
On the show, there was a nice amount.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
how is that?
Honestly,
Females.
they were nice. It was fine. It was fine. It's everything is with like the production. It's just what they wanted, what people want to see, how they, just it's TV, it's entertainment. So I didn't take it personal once I dealt with it.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, it's not personal. It's really business, and that's just what it is.
Did the other show prep you for this show?
Yeah.
A little bit?
Yeah, I wasn't like nervous to do it. Like the camera's on, I was like, okay, I've done this before. I've shot tattoo pilots. Like I've been in, situations where I was in front of the camera. So yeah, black ink is definitely different. It's different. That's all I could say. Shout out to Black Ink, but it is different than Ink Master.
So you've been on 2 shows, and then that propel you into potentially want to do more acting type stuff?
Actually, no. I wanted to act when I was young. I was in an acting traveling group and stuff, but I stopped, started playing sports. Being a kid, you just do all these different things. And now that I'm older, I'm like, oh, let me look at what I really like to do. Even painting. I was doing that my whole, life up until college, and I stopped because no one's gonna make money painting. And then, I posted a painting on Facebook and it went viral, and I was in a bunch of galleries and a museum, and it brought me back. So I started looking back at what I was into when I was younger that actually fed my soul when I was younger, and now I'm doing them now. I was writing music I got in trouble because I was writing some crazy stuff. So
Was it on some Kaya stuff?
But I didn't even know what I was talking about. I was just, and they're like, yeah, you will never, so I just never did it again until COVID happened. I was like, let me just get back into it and see, so it's.
That's when 50 was
What's
writing.
also very interesting.
Y'all.
He got in trouble.
I
I got in
can't take y'all
trouble.
serious.
I said, oh my God.
What's also very interesting is her parents are. Where are they from?
Oh.
She gonna say interested, don't know where she
No,
about to.
they're from the
it's a
Caribbean.
culture it's a different culture.
They're from, my dad's from Jamaica, my mom's from St. Lucia.
Oh shit!
How did
There
that?
we go, St. Lucia in the house.
Oh, really?
Dead ass.
How did that?
Dead
How did that influence?
Nigga, daddy call. It sound like he in the island right now.
You know what?
Oh shit.
What were you saying?
She's asking how your parents influenced what finishes they
Or did they? Or was it limiting sometimes? I'm sorry. I'm
Surprisingly-
over here interviewing
No,
you,
no,
and it's
no,
actually
no,
their
it's
job.
good. No. Look, we want interactivity.
But we
need
talked
it.
about this last time,
Yeah.
so I just thought maybe.
Yeah.
My dad, he's Jamaican, but he is Americanized quite a bit. So he still had like that thing to him, like, you won't do this, you won't do that, you won't do this. But if they knew I really wanted to do it, they're going to support me.
Yeah.
They supported me when I was like, I'm just going to be a tattoo artist. I was scared to tell him because
Yeah,
you better not get no tattoo.
Oh wow.
You better not get no piercing. You better not do none of that. He's like, yeah, you could do it as long as you never get a tattoo. I was like, what? Okay. I was already tatted. He ain't know. So it's like they have these beliefs and what they've been brought up, brought up with. But we're in America now. So.
Hey, this a land of what the fuck ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, when they get down to it, it's what the fuck ever
so it's
goes.
just like they had their ways, but as as I've grown up and I've lived, they see that what they thought isn't really what it is. Now I tattooed my brother at their house, and like, you know what I mean, like things just they just open their eyes a little bit more and a little more accepting now. So yeah, shout out to them. I love y'all.
Hey, so coming up in your career and everything, right? I know you had to be some type of financially sound, to be able to leverage yourself. So, did credit play a role in some of the things that you were
Here we
doing?
go.
No.
Offer
No?
credit.
Let me tell you something. I'm the middle child. I'm the only girl. This is my baby brother. This is my older brother. I'm not going to say too much because that's family, but I will say that being the middle child, I had to figure it out. Only girl, middle child. I just had to figure it out in a lot of just different aspects of my life growing up. So when I went to college and like I'm on my own, I was getting $100 a month
From who?
from my family.
Just $100?
That's what I'm saying. $100. I was in a dorm and like I had a meal plan. Right, but I was like $100. How do I? So I just started figuring out how to manage my money off $100. And obviously, if I needed obviously if I needed more, they would have gave it to me. But I'm not gonna ask you for. I've never been the type to ask for anything for real.
Wow.
So I figured out how to flip $100 legally, and yeah, legally. Just figuring out I was doing shows. I was painting live. Like I painted live at like big concerts and stuff like that. I would sell the painting on stage. I would get, you know what I mean? Just figuring it out. So as far as where I'm at now, I never really needed credit. I was always, and now I'm learning, credit is pretty dope if you do it right.
Oh,
But
shit.
yeah, as I'm sitting here now, almost everything that I've got was because I figured out how to flip my money, and I figured it out. Now I'm like, okay, I need a lot of credit. Okay, let's figure that out.
Well, that's the man right there.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk because like, and I figured it out, and I'm still very comfortable, even though I've paid for most of these things out of pocket.
Yeah.
I figured, so yeah, no.
Well, I guess the industry, the field that you're in, I'm saying that.
Fast money.
Yeah, well, shit, good money too.
Fast and good.
Yeah,
But you gotta be smart with it. Also,
But-
where's it going?
You could
Where's it
compound
going?
that. You could leverage that and do even more.
just
You
make
know,
it more-
That'd be
make it
Exactly.
Make
That's
more
where I'm
money.
at now that I'm a little older. It's like, okay, what am I really doing now? What am I gonna do with this money? Am I gonna buy a
That's how you-
house? Am I gonna do this? Am I gonna what can I really do with it instead of just having it? What we gonna do?
Yeah,
That's where
it's
I'm
sitting
at
doesn't
now.
do anything. So
It gives me anxiety that my money's just sitting because I don't know.
It should
I don't know
never
yet.
sit.
I know.
It should flow.
It needs to flow. Well, I mean, I'm getting, but I have I just kind of put it I'm like, what am I doing?
Am I
How do
the only
grow
one
it?
that's against like buying a house?
No, I'm
No.
against it too. I wasn't gonna buy
I
for
don't want to buy a
myself.
house.
I was
I'd
gonna
rather
get a
rent.
duplex and rent
Yeah,
it.
that's what I'm
that's
on.
what I'm saying.
Duplex.
Yeah,
I make
like,
money
I don't
off
wanna
some
own a
investment
house.
plays.
Yeah.
But
I want
down
to be
the
able to
line.
leave
My
the
dad's
country.
an investor. Like he has an investment group, and he'll come to me like, "Hey, this company is doing this. You put 20,000 in, they'll do this. They have whatever they're building." And I was just like, "Ooh, that's scary." I was scared, so I haven't done it yet. But
Oh wow, your daddy's there too. He ain't gonna let that happen to your money.
I know. It's just
And he's Jamaican.
right.
Yeah, he
They
be
gonna-
at their house
Yeah.
knocking for real with a
Like,
machete.
You gotta-
He's,
A machete.
he's present in your life. He ain't gonna fuck you over.
You're
That's
right.
funny.
It was
just look
it
at
was
it.
tough for me to think about. I guess
Yeah.
It's
Just-
all about really, I think, just kind of looking all of your
Knowing what you can do,
opportunities.
yeah.
Because I know, like I was saying, a lot of athletes, when they don't know who to trust when they first get into the league and they
Yeah.
have all this money and they're like, well, no, and then you got your mom looking out for you and you got your financial advisor doing stuff with your money that you really don't understand.
and they
So,
just doing
but
whatever.
it's all about learning
Learning.
Absolutely.
and asking like a
a million
billion
So
questions.
check this out. There was a post on Instagram I seen yesterday, and it's a young dude, and he explains how he went through his salary, rookie, $3 million. Right? He bought an $800,000 crib,
Yep.
then a $700,000 crib, then went on vacation and was spending like probably like almost $150,000 on each vacation.
What?
It's like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga,
That's off.
what you got? Why is your fucking girl having you do some
I
shit
think
like that?
my
That's
biggest
tough.
flaw
I seen who sent
being
me
in
that.
that
If we can't make it back,
lifestyle-
we can spend it. But
That's what I'm
like,
saying.
you know, let's
You
go.
told me about it.
It's crazy.
My biggest flaw being in that lifestyle was I was always counting the money that was going out.
See,
It was stressing me out
hey,
all
look,
the time.
to have someone that like just keeps you like,
But that's what I'm saying. I was stressed out on my damn own. He didn't give a damn.
you know what I'm saying? That he didn't understand that mindset that you had. Yo, you got to see what's going on, bro. Because
Yeah.
I don't know, man. But you're blessed, man. Y'all got some options, and you know what I mean. Shit, you get a first 24, man, every 24 hours. So
Come on.
Well, is there anything that you look? We back up 17, so that make up for that other 15
go.
abs say we potentially lost.
Okay.
Money. Do me a favor before we get off of this here though, and check and see how much that Joker recorded.
So what do you have going on that's coming up soon? that we
Yeah,
could
what
look
should we be
forward?
looking out for?
Yeah.
I didn't
Oh,
even know you
that-
existed.
and don't forget
That's so
to
funny. Yeah, he's real literal, ain't it?
He is. I love it.
It's cool. I'm not
It's like
mad.
everything you want to say, but you can't.
But you can't. No,
How
I
come?
We
We
just
respect
let him
it.
say it.
No, it's cool. I respect it. Thank you.
don't forget we got you on camera saying that you was gonna hook us up with some art. You know, we gonna
Yeah, I did say that. I'm
we gonna
sorry.
cross
No,
market.
it's fine. I got you.
But now, mind you, when she
I
said hook us
kinda
up,
spoke
if we
for
do
you.
this, I'm gonna reframe some of this stuff so we can make sure the stuff in here is highlighted as well.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
and then-
Hey, come on,
Yeah,
somebody.
yeah, and then we have quite a few people who listen to what we say.
I love that.
And just even in the little time we started, we've already got 180 plus downloads. How many?
Oh wow, that's great. Come
So-
on,
so
somebody.
in 2.5
I'm
weeks-
excited.
And we've not dropped 30 episodes a bit. He schedules them out, so it's only 3 a week.
Oh wow, that's beautiful.
We
So
didn't even
there's
do the
12
clips yet.
episodes
Go
available.
crazy.
We've not even dropped clips in, and we already
I'm
got.
so inspired.
Yeah, well, don't be, because it just makes me angry. I'm like more.
Dude, it's the you're
like
doing
crack.
great.
Now,
know,
to be
that's
clear,
that
I'm
good.
in agreement because I've been on 3 other podcasts, and it took episode 50 literally being posted, shared,
Yeah.
Wow.
edited
Yeah.
to get to where we're going 20 downloads one episode. I'm at what was like 20 a month money. Yeah. So and he was helping me manage that one, but when I was on with this other company, but now you go, let's put it in our hands and push the needle and see what we could do.
Yeah.
And in 2 weeks. And
It is. Look, when you have that mindset of just keep going,
Yeah.
like the consistent. Like I'm telling you, I still haven't launched my podcast yet. We've been recording. I have some amazing guests on there.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here like, okay, guys, when are we meeting? Like, what's going
Yeah.
on? When is this going to be finished? When is the scissor reel going to like? And then I go back and look at the scissor reel like, no, I don't like that. Like, and it's so much time lost.
Nah, yeah, we don't. I like the press play post method is one of my rules. Like, guys, you're as good as your last post. That was 21. The 21 posts ago, that was Monday. So nobody's going to scroll on your page.
Yeah.
So if we get this up and it matters, it'll begin to mean long term. And we're not going to get good till we get the 100th episode. And just after episode 3 or 5, Maul start finding his voice and say, go bet. Well, you start talking. He was whispering, looking crazy with no camera on. He just looking crazy. And so I cut the
Gotta get
cameras off.
comfortable.
First, for like 10 episodes, I was like, yo, no cameras. Like, because tell these niggas know how to speak up or say something. And even we did an episode the other day, and I told the guys they all sucked. So I said,
Wait, what? The guests?
yeah.
Well, damn.
I said, look,
No,
I wasn't
I'm
a part
not
of that. So
I'm really not
Were
surprised.
you quiet or?
no, he wasn't
Okay,
here.
what could have possibly made us?
They probably just weren't being
Pulse,
open or something.
when you have a pulse, like right now, even with her confusing voice, it's a good voice though, because it'll be like, damn, she's warming my soul up. And mine's like, my heart's like, it's like, it feel funny. It's like a major pain. You like, when that kid hugs you, it's y'all mushy. It's like, I don't know what's
I'm
going
so
on here.
confused.
Look, see what I'm saying? And so it didn't have a pulse, and when it didn't, the tone was not there.
Yeah.
The interaction was there. It's kind of like
I did that with a group of high school guests. I brought in some athletes, and when I felt like I was pulling teeth.
Yeah, no.
I'm like, kids.
So
you're
when
not-
we
you
got
don't
to the
have to
second
say the
part,
right thing.
I said we're gonna
Just
redo
say
the
so.
same thing, and all of a sudden they all woke up, and then waking up, even one of the guys talked about dealing with suicide, and this, I said,
Being
wow.
I said, now we got some guys.
Yeah.
I can use. I said, I told him delete that, and even I said, if I don't think it's working,
Yeah.
it took a long time on these other podcasts because nobody wanted to hear what these fuckers had to say.
Okay.
If I'm being honest. Oh, perfect. That's good then. There you go. That's perfect. It is good. We
Look
got
at
a
you.
good amount.
Hey, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
I mean,
Good.
But point is it just needed a pulse, and it didn't have a pulse. And I told her, if I sit down, I hate podcasts with a passion. You got to speak up. We got to talk because I don't even want to be here.
I agree with you on that.
Wait,
man.
so we got to go back. So what's before the?
Yeah.
cut
No,
it.
we're good. No rush.
Oh, okay,
What's
okay.
coming? She like this
So
nigga's too
what
much.
do you have coming up that I don't know about, and why do I not know about it?
Because I haven't said anything yet. So, wow. Okay, so I am bringing back, it's called Urban Chatter. This was my company I had right before COVID. I had it from 2012 till 2020. And I was doing art exhibitions for this city of Dallas and for my own, productions. And these were for artists all over the country that were of color. And they were packed. They were sponsored by different, like we've had Grandma Ye, just different sponsorships. And
We're going to get Man's Best Friend on there at some point.
Facts.
come on,
I'm starting
somebody.
2 liquors here soon.
Oh my God.
No, dead ass.
Shut up.
And El Perro. You guys hear it? You know why we
Perro.
come up with the
El Perro.
fucking
That's hard.
El Perro and Man's Best Friend drink? Jamarcus put it together so you can't even steal the recipe until we give it to you.
Oh my
hard.
God.
Yeah, so
exciting.
that old fashioned you had,
What?
that's the Man's Best Friend. That's why it tastes so
good?
good.
He made like the best
Say
drink
less.
I've
Get
ever
this.
had.
We had a German say the same thing. Everyone who has that drink says the same. Now the beauty about it is once I drop the liquor with all the dogs we got, it's a wrap. Not a wrap because I
but
expect you
the
to buy it.
marketing is gonna be great.
Oh, I love
wow.
marketing. That's my
Yeah,
thing. I
that's
love
fire.
it. But at anywho,
Yeah.
so you got Urban Chatter coming
Urban
back.
Chatter coming back. People have been asking for it for years. And now that COVID's over and we can go back outside, it's time for it to come back. 2024, it's coming back.
You know
And
what
I'm
you
also
could have done
adding.
though? It's a
What?
digital one.
I did do a digital art
you
show.
did do it?
Yeah. I
How did it do?
It went
You do?
well. I did it for the Denton Black Film Festival. It was through them. Yeah,
See?
it was dope. It was super dope, but it was 2020. Okay. So yeah, I do a lot in the art community, and I just kind of took a break for a bit. So now I'm back. I'm adding some another platform to Urban Chatter that I'm going to use within my space that now I've created. So I can't say too much because I haven't put it together yet, but it's gonna implement all of the things that I'm into and all the things that you see me doing. I'm putting it under one roof, and I'm showing it in a different way,
Yeah.
in a creative way, I'll say. So
go.
yeah,
There you go.
you know,
So I don't know. Do we know what she's doing or
Who?
Urban Chatter?
Urban Chatter.
So is it going to be a place people come to go see other people's art and yours, or what is it?
So boom, right. So when I was doing Urban Chatter before, I actually did not put my own art in these shows. I
Oh,
was
shit.
specifically a curator because I was getting paid to curate. I was making money curating.
That's all that matters.
That's really where my heart is, if we're being real. If someone told me I could only do like one thing, it would be curating and painting, but curating.
So
That would be
curating
my
is kind of
thing.
like being a broker.
Sure. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Kind of. Yeah. So that's like that's my dream, like just being a curator. But obviously my heart is in a lot of places. But yeah, curating. What was the question? You be confuse me sometimes. I'm like, I don't even know how to answer.
I was just asking.
Oh,
so
yes, you can come to these shows.
You're going to be able to come to the shows.
You
You'll
can
be
come to
home.
these shows, but it'll also have a virtual aspect to it that will be kind
So
of
it'll be
like
streamed.
Yes,
Okay.
there'll be different things different ways to interact with Urban Chatter. It's not just you come to this art gallery or this event. It's going to be different ways that you can interact with the platform. So.
Okay.
What date or like what is the estimate of
For the first show,
Yeah.
probably at the top of spring.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. January, February, March, April, May, June. I don't know when spring is.
You in the summer now,
Right.
I'm saying I'm going too far. I've gone too far.
so the spring starts in March.
There you go.
should bring. You know what? You should bring Urban Chatter to Egypt
I will bring Urban Chatter to Egypt.
in
Yeah,
front of the
can we
pyramid.
get to Egypt too, guys?
Oh, I want to go so bad. Wait.
Honestly,
you're going.
I could do
in-
like just a trip just for artists and do a whole exhibition out there. I can do whatever I want.
Wait.
wow.
When are you? Didn't you
In
say you were
Egypt.
going soon?
In Egypt.
Like, aren't you going in May?
Egypt. Oh, wow.
I'm going in May, so I have a fashion show.
Yeah, I want to go.
in May
Y'all coming
May
to Egypt?
16th.
I will. I got to go to Germany. I think around
He
the same
said
time.
2026. He's gonna wait a couple years.
Only because I'm going to
Okay.
Japan in February
Japan's cool.
2025.
Just
But
fly over.
Okay, you're like planning things ahead, don't you?
Yeah.
it's all money. It's business and money. Where can I go? Shenzhen is one of the top technology company or places for the world. Biggest
What's it called?
Shenzhen, I believe, is what you
Okay.
call it. So you got to get over there. Plus, H&H just bought a dog wellness company or supplement company for $600 million and had a first quarter $400 million after they bought Zesty Paws. So I'm thinking,
What?
exactly. So when I'm looking at the industry and where you want to land 3 to 5 years from now, you need to go investigate what's happening, what's important, and how
the
you could be at the
trajectory.
right place at the right time. Because our first year is, can we build a brand? And we did that.
Yeah.
Now, can we tighten up the brand and make sure that there's business goals and what's the business
Yeah.
and all that other stuff. So I'd love to, mind you, if I get to Germany and it's not a conflict, then I'm happy to go somewhere else. I got my passport. I'm good.
Shit, let me know, nigga. I'm trying to be in
Come
Egypt.
on,
Yeah.
pull up, man. Come on.
I mean, Egypt is gonna be. I mean, God willing, everything is fine with the conflict that's
Yeah.
happening over there right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
But Egypt,
They're going to be there still. They've been fighting since Ishmael and them. It's acting up.
In them is
I swear,
Yeah.
I swear,
Hey,
it's a
look.
special land.
It
It
is.
is.
Special land.
It is. It is. So, at anywho, tell them where to find you on social media. Just repeat it again, just in case I missed.
okay. No, you good. My social media is I love Nychelle.
Oh, okay. So if you love Nychelle, type it in and
You
follow
will
her.
love me.
And then what about YouTube? Same?
I think it's Nychelle Music.
Okay. Do you not
Something like
post on
that.
there?
I do. I really only post my music on my YouTube.
Okay.
So
That's good.
freestyles, music videos, all that good stuff.
Okay, so people, be on the lookout for Urban Chatter. You guys don't know this a lot of times, but I don't even know if I've said this. We from Kansas City. Me and Jamarcus, to be clear, and he actually was born in Germany. That's a whole other thing.
That's dope.
But point is they used to have these what's they called? First Fridays. Yeah. And you'd walk through, and it's just all art. I never appreciated art till now. I got to be, and I don't mean because of her. I mean, like, you start looking at what people are doing, and even people asking up for stuff. I said, man, if I find somebody to paint ego, nigga, I say that bitch about 5 to 10, and it'd be one of one. That would be interesting because
The art you could.
our
art
dogs
is-
are very popular.
Yeah.
The general, imagine the general on the
You have a dog that's popular. Is that
Oh,
what
I
you-
have.
He has a company.
Oh,
Do I have a
was
dog, or
worried.
do I got
It's
a
a few of
dog?
them.
oh,
It's a few of
okay.
them.
Sorry.
Hey, look.
Sorry, I was trying to follow.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Okay.
I've got some very, very popular dogs. Dogs in general, and
Okay.
and yeah, if there was an opportunity for someone to connect, they would do that. And so I'm like, man, I'm starting to appreciate this art a little bit more now. I just want I want my own, goddamn. Just my own. So Urban Chatter, be on the lookout for that.
Yes.
Especially, I think it's good when people connect and get to sit back and
Yes.
enjoy.
Oh,
Go ahead.
and Nychelle Studios. Like, Google me. You gonna
Oh,
find
so
whatever.
they can
You can
come.
Google.
They can come to your studio and see your art as well.
Absolutely. I have a small art gallery connected to my tattoo shop that I own. It's in Louisville. Nychelle Studios. My website, NychelleElise.com.
And do
Check me out.
do you allow people to hang up their stuff too, or? Okay.
She said,
Not at Nychelle Studios.
Well, I mean, it would kind of make sense though
It's
too,
her
because you
art
get
gallery.
you get that curate
Now,
money.
if I'm doing, let me tell you this. If I'm doing like a small show exhibition, yeah.
that'd be
But
good.
right now, it's just my art up. It's my studio where I paint in there, I create in there right now. I'm in like the cook up space right now.
You should do a auction, a live auction with like they used to do hackathons, right? So imagine two painters painting down and then seeing who bids on the highest one.
Yeah, that sounds dope.
And both of them
I like
get
that.
sold, but one of them like, damn, I wanted that one. Too bad, motherfucker.
Right. Too bad, motherfucker. It's crazy. Hey, you know what? Too bad, motherfucker. It's crazy.
And so, last question is, what keeps you motivated?
My purpose.
Your purpose, and your purpose is?
Ooh, to be a creative. Every day that I wake up, I have to be a creative. I have to not just be a creative, but spread awareness of, what I believe in.
Yeah.
So you could be a creative and you can make crap. You can be creative, you can make something that could hurt people. But you know what I mean? It's really
Well, is it creative, or are they problematic if they?
you could be creative in a good or a bad way.
That's
You
fair.
could use your gifts for good or evil.
Yeah, you know that
Yeah.
motherfuckers love chaos too.
Yeah.
Boy.
That people
Oh
love.
yeah.
The low vibrational stuff, they will
Yeah.
gravitate to it and ask for more, like it's a drug or something.
It
So
makes-
no,
Hey, it makes
crack.
sense. Well, listen,
Crack.
guys,
Good crack.
we're wrapping up another good episode here. I appreciate the invitation, the extended arm,
Yeah.
and I'm glad we got to speak with you. This is also good for me because I get to get put on the spot, see how good I really am. Asking questions and just having fun, people. Shout out to everybody who participated and all those listening. Continue to download, comment, like. If you want to hear more from her, let us know. Because, as I said, I don't know her from Adam. Normally, I project 4 or 5 episodes with the average
he's
person.
so funny.
But that's because, we've
I
talked
know
more
her.
about her, Deena, right?
If you ask me my name one more time,
I'm going to call you D.
D, just go D.
you can't forget my name. Deena Abdul.
It's
It's
simple.
such a money
Paula
name.
Deena.
Deena Abdul.
It's a money name. Too.
I know.
Don't
it
do
is.
that.
It's Deena.
It's a money name.
Deena's told me a little bit about her, her future. Mind you, we at one point in time hopefully get on her podcast as well. So you say, okay, there's a lot to unpack here. I don't know a lot of, Kat be on the episodes. She's a good voice. But I don't know a lot of females that are working to be creative, and I don't want to just kind of like dominate their space either, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know what you guys go through. I know we go through a different set of things. You go through a different set of things. How to bring those perspectives together so other people can learn, how do I deal with this?
Right.
And well, don't slap the shit out of somebody, whatever you do.
Whatever you do.
Keep your hands to yourself. And they're testing to see how far they can push you a lot of times. So
Absolutely.
don't react. Respond. Respond means think intuitively about how you want to land before you put them hands up. So I like the future, and that's the only place I live. Guys, thank you so much for your time.
Anytime. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Absolutely.